Good morning, students. Now today let's continue with the chapter the noun. In our previous lecture, we did what are nouns and what are the types of nouns, and we did the five types of nouns. Now today we are starting with the formation of abstract nouns. Means from the nouns given, how we can form abstract nouns. Fine. Now we can frame abstract nouns from adjectives, from verbs, and from common nouns also. Now here are formation of abstract nouns from adjectives. Like these adjectives are given to you like broad, and we can frame abstract noun with the help of this adjective, and the abstract noun will be breadth, like false, falsehood, and so on. In the same way, we can frame abstract noun from verbs also. Like these verbs are given to us arrive, and we can frame our abstract noun as arrival. Choose is choice. Converse is conversation. In the same way, we can frame abstract noun from common nouns also. All these are common nouns like author, we can frame abstract noun as authorship, owner, ownership, thief, theft, and so on. Fine. Now, so there are certain verbs that may also be used as abstract nouns, and these verbs are like cry, fall, hope, love, regret, ride, sob, step, touch, etc. Fine. Now come to the exercise. In this exercise, we have been given certain words and we have to make abstract nouns from these words. You can try out this exercise on your own. Now come to the next exercise. In this exercise, we have to fill in the blanks with abstract nouns which are formed from the words given in the brackets. Means these words are given to us for help in order to frame abstract nouns with the help of these words, and we can fill these blanks. Now come to the next exercise. Next exercise is we have to write the words from which the following abstract. Here beta abstract nouns are given to us, and we have to write down the words from which these abstract nouns have been formed. Fine. In the exercise 10, we have to fill in the blanks with the opposites of abstract nouns given to us. Fine. These are abstract nouns given to us, and here we have to write down their opposites from the help box. Now come to exercise 11. Here in this exercise, we have to complete these sentences with the help of given words. Fine. In exercise 12, we have to fill these blanks with the help of abstract nouns given in the help box. In exercise 13, we have to choose nouns. Means we have to circle the nouns and we have to tell their kind also, whether they are common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, or collective noun. Now, after this was our topic nouns, basically nouns and their types. Now, the next topic of the chapter is countable and uncountable nouns. Now, beta, what are countable nouns? Countable nouns are those nouns that can be counted. Fine, which we can count. Like books we can count, we can count the number of boys. So these are countable nouns, and common nouns and collective nouns can be included in countable nouns. Means we can count common nouns also and we can count collective nouns also. Fine. Now the next type of sentences are uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted. Fine. And they are mostly material nouns and abstract nouns because they cannot be counted. And remember one more thing, that countable nouns are used either in their singular or in their plural form. Fine. Means they can be used in both the senses, both sense, like either in singular or in plural. Now let's take an example of uncountable nouns. What are uncountable nouns? Like cows eat grass, then we can't count grass, na? So grass will be uncountable noun. But in case of countable noun, take an example. My pen is very costly. Here pen is a noun and we can count the number of pens, so it is a countable noun. Now we can group the uncountable nouns in the following ways. Means uncountable nouns include abstract nouns like honesty, courage. Uncountable nouns also include material nouns like gold, silver, wood, etc. And they also include the things which cannot be counted in numbers, but they are considered in terms of mass or quantity, like wheat, rice, sugar, etc. Fine. And also, uncountable nouns include liquids like water, milk, oil, and they also include gases like oxygen, hydrogen, steam, smoke. And uncountable nouns also include natural phenomena such as heat, cold, sunlight, etc. And above all, they also include the branches of learning like economics, political science, etc. So these all are uncountable nouns. And always remember that uncountable nouns are used in their singular form only, unlike the countable nouns, because countable nouns can be used in both singular and plural form, but uncountable nouns can be used only in their singular form. Now come to the exercise. Here this exercise is given. What we have to do, here are some countable and uncountable nouns given to us. We have to just write C against the countable nouns and U against the uncountable nouns. Fine. Next, exercise 15 is, there is a list of countable and uncountable nouns. We have to just read them out and we have to write them out in the proper columns. Proper columns means we have to write down all common nouns here, collective nouns here, proper nouns here, material here, and abstract here. We have to classify these nouns. Now come to exercise 16. In exercise 16, we have to find out the collective nouns in the given sentences. Fine. Sentences are not given. We have been given a group and we have to write down the collective nouns for this group. Fine. Which represents the group. Now come to exercise 17. In exercise 17, these sentences contain some errors which are generally committed in the use of nouns. There are some errors in these sentences. We have to rewrite the correct sentences here, and as given in an example like her hairs are curly. Then hairs is wrong here. So we will write down the correct sentence as her hair is curly. In this way, you can do all these exercises. Just try out these exercises and later on we'll send you the answer key for these exercises. Thank you.